In the vast, ancient deserts where the sun scorches the earth and the nights can be chillingly cold, a story unfolds that has captivated hearts and minds for millennia. It is a story of a woman named Hagar, a slave from Egypt, who found herself entangled in the lives of a powerful patriarch named Abram and his barren wife, Sarai. This tale is not just about the trials of an outcast. It is a narrative of divine intervention, human resilience, and the unexpected places where life and hope can be found. Hagar's story begins in a household where she is more than just a servant. She is a possession. Sarai, unable to bear children, decides to give Hagar to Abram as a surrogate. The cultural context of this decision is crucial. In the ancient Near East, childlessness was a significant social and personal burden. It was not uncommon for women to offer their slaves as surrogates to ensure the continuation of their family line. However, the emotional and relational complexities of such arrangements were often profound and painful. When Hagar conceives, her status in the household changes. She is no longer just a slave. She is now carrying the heir of a powerful man. This shift in status leads to a conflict with Sarai. The Bible describes Hagar as looking at Sarai with contempt, suggesting that Hagar's new position has given her a sense of power and perhaps even a hint of superiority. This reaction is understandable, given the significant change in her circumstances. However, it also highlights the deep-seated tensions and power imbalances in their relationship. Sarai, feeling threatened and bitter, turns to Abram and blames him for her suffering. Abram, perhaps feeling overwhelmed and caught between his wife and his concubine, defers to Sarai's authority over Hagar. This decision sets the stage for Hagar's first act of defiance. She flees into the wilderness, away from the abuse and the complicated dynamics of the household. It is in the wilderness, a place of desolation and danger, where Hagar encounters the divine. The biblical text describes an encounter with the angel of the Lord, a figure that is both a messenger and a manifestation of God. This encounter is not just a moment of divine intervention. It is a turning point in Hagar's story. The angel tells her to return to Sarai, promising that her descendants will be numerous. More importantly, the angel gives her a name for her son, Ishmael, which means God has heard. This encounter is significant for several reasons. First, it is a rare instance in the Bible where a woman, especially a woman of low social status, receives a direct message from God. Second, it is a moment of validation for Hagar. Despite her lowly position, she is seen and heard by God. Third, the promise of numerous descendants suggests that Hagar and her son, Ishmael, will play a significant role in the broader narrative of the Hebrew people. Hagar's response to this encounter is telling. She names the place where she met the angel Bir Lahai Roy, which means well of the living one who sees me. This name is both a declaration of her encounter and a reflection of her newfound sense of identity. In a world where she was often overlooked and mistreated, Hagar has been seen and heard by the divine. This experience gives her the strength to return to Sarai and face the challenges ahead. The story of Hagar and Ishmael continues in the broader narrative of Abraham's family. When Sarah, formerly Sarai, finally gives birth to Isaac, the tensions between the two women resurface. Sarah, now a mother, demands that Hagar and Ishmael be sent away. Abraham, torn between his love for his son and his fear of Sarah's wrath, ultimately complies. Hagar and Ishmael are cast into the wilderness once again, this time with no promise of divine intervention. Yet, even in this desperate situation, God does not abandon them. The Bible tells us that God saves them from death by providing water and promising that Ishmael will become a great nation. This second encounter with the divine reinforces the theme of God's care for the outcast and the marginalized. It also sets the stage for the future of the Ishmaelites, a people who would become known for their nomadic lifestyle and their resilience in the face of adversity. The story of Hagar and Ishmael is not just a historical account. It is a profound reflection on the nature of divine intervention and human resilience. Hagar, a woman of no social standing, is given a voice and a promise by God. Her story challenges the notion that only the powerful and the privileged are worthy of divine attention. Instead, it suggests that God sees and hears even those who are most marginalized and oppressed. This narrative also highlights the complex dynamics of family and the consequences of human decisions. The decision to use Hagar as a surrogate, while culturally acceptable, led to a series of events that brought pain and suffering to all involved. The story serves as a reminder of the importance of empathy and the need to consider the human impact of our choices. In the end, Hagar's story is a testament to the enduring power of hope and faith. Despite the hardships she faced, she found strength in her encounter with the divine. Her name, Elroy, which means God who sees me, is a powerful declaration of her identity and her place in the broader narrative of faith. In a world where the powerful often overshadow the marginalized, Hagar's story is a call to remember that every life has value and that even in the wilderness, God sees and hears us all. In conclusion, the story of Hagar is a powerful reminder of the divine presence in the lives of the marginalized and the outcast. It is a story of resilience, hope, and the enduring promise of God's care.